Alright, what we've got here is the Logitech Harmony 900 remote control. We're going to go ahead and take this apart. Now, if you've ever taken apart any of the earlier models, such as the 550 or the Xbox 360 version, they are a little bit easier to take apart than this one. However, this one isn't really that difficult. Alright, first thing you want to do, start off by taking off the back battery cover. This is fairly simple. Just push this button, it slides right off. Okay, now you want to take out the battery. Easy. Push in, pull up a little bit, and it slides right out. Set that aside. Okay, now first thing you'll notice when you take that off is there are two screws that are visible. One right there and one right there. Now what you won't see is 5 additional screws. There are 2 hidden under this sticker right here, and then there are 3 additional screws hidden under this rubberized plastic backing right here. So what we want to do is go ahead and get this sticker taken off so we can get to those other screws. So let's go ahead and get something and pry up underneath there. Okay, and just peel that back. Okay, take that off. Alright, you'll see now that there are 2 additional screws right there. Okay, now for the rubberized backing piece, it's fairly simple to take off actually. I'm going to use this tip to this flathead screwdriver right here and just wedge it between these 2 pieces of plastic. You can see the seam where it meets right there. Just kind of wedge underneath there and then just pry a little bit, and wait till we hear the first one. There we go. Okay. Now, what I like to do after that is I don't want to continue on with that metal piece because I might scratch up this rubber backing a little bit more than it's already scratched up. It was actually like this when I got it. So what we'll need to do is I typically use like a plastic old credit card, old insurance card, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just some kind of plastic card and run it down the edge. Okay. Then go back around to the other side, and there we go. Pops right off. Take it off. There you go. Set that to the side. Okay. Now, if you notice, once we get that taken off, there are 1, 2, and way up here at the front, 3 additional screws. So let's go ahead and get these taken out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's all 4 of the back screws. Okay. Which one are we missing here? There we go. Come on. There we go. Okay. Set those to the side. Alright. Let's take these other ones out. Front here. Alright. There we go. Okay. Set these over the side. Alright. Now, similar to the way we pried apart the back rubberized piece, we're going to need to go ahead and pry apart the back part of the remote from the front faceplate. You'll see a seam between this silver grayish back plastic and the front black faceplate. So once again, okay, instead of using the screwdriver though, starting off, we're just going to go straight with the plastic card. Work your way along the edge, okay, and kind of pry up a little bit. Alright. Okay. There we go. And there. Okay. So now, go ahead and take this apart, and you'll see the circuit board right there. Okay. Alright, so just, there we go. Set this to the side. Now, one thing to keep in mind, sometimes, occasionally, this little piece will fall out here. You'll notice there's a little tiny plastic piece right there. Okay. Occasionally, when I'm taking these apart, those will fall out on me. So, just want to make sure you don't lose that. Don't want to end up with dust inside your control, anything like that. So, just make sure you get that back in there if it falls out, and set that to the side. Okay. Now at this point, there's 3 things preventing us from removing this circuit board from the front faceplate. So, well, 3 screws and 1 actual ribbon. Now, let me show you what I'm talking about here with this ribbon. Okay. If you'll notice, right here, there's actually a little ribbon cable with some circuits on it. Alright, now, there's a little black lever here. You just got to flip that up, okay? Very simple. Just flip that up, and then once you flip that up, you can just pull this little ribbon right out of there. Okay, this actually connects the front, basically the thing that you touch, the part that you touch, the front little touch sensitive part of the remote to the actual circuit board. So you don't want to rip that out in the process of trying to take this apart. So now that we've got that off, we'll need to take out these 3 screws. So let's go ahead and take out these 3 screws. One thing to note about these 3 screws is that they are shorter than the previous screws we've removed, so don't mix them in with the old ones. Set them off to the side somewhere. Okay, that's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so, alright, so just recap here. We had 1 screw there, 1 screw there, 1 screw right there, right in front of this little metal plate here, and then make sure you got the ribbon. Okay, now that we've got all that, we can actually detach the circuit board. Just pull right up on it. Sometimes you may have to wiggle a little bit. Okay, there we go. Okay, now set that down. Now, once you've got that apart, okay, you don't want to go just, if you're trying to clean up the remote or wash it or something when you're taking it apart because maybe you've spilled something on it or a child spilled something on it. Now, with the buttons, sure, just pull them right off, okay? Don't worry about that. That just goes right back on. Okay, so you just pull those out. You can wash those, no big deal. Everything's pretty much just rubberized. You can throw that right in some water, soak it, clean it. Same thing with the back ones here. Okay, do the same thing. I wouldn't really recommend soaking this only because there are electronics on this little piece right here on the ribbon, so I wouldn't recommend soaking that. You can take this front little power button off and soak that as well. It's fine. Okay, so got that apart. Go ahead and just set that aside. Alright, now once you're at this point right here, that's pretty much as far as I think I'm going to go with this. You can take apart you can take off this screen right here, the LCD screen. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and do that on this tutorial, but if you were to want to do that, it's actually not too difficult, just a little time consuming sometimes because it's such small pieces. What you'll want to do is actually, you'll notice here there's, right at the edge here, there's little plastic nubs sticking out. These are actually what covers the little LED lights on the flip side of the remote for the arrows. Okay, same thing for the bottom. There's 2 little plastic things. Usually I'll just kind of push on those a little bit so it pops out, and this will actually pop right off, and then these 2 little arrow LED covers will actually pop right off as well. And then at that point, if you want to actually remove the screen, there's just these little plastic tabs here that you gotta push back. See, right there, it's a little plastic tab. You just push back on that, and kind of pry it out and pop the screen right off. So that's how you actually get the screen off if you want to. Additionally, if you want to do anything with this right here, be careful, these wires are soldered on. If you want to just slide that out, you can just slide it right off. That just comes right off like that. So that's how you take it apart, and that's where you're at. So once again, if you've got a 900 with a cracked screen, good luck. The soldering points on replacing the screen are very, very tiny. So hopefully your soldering skills are pretty good if you're planning on replacing the screen. I would recommend having a professional repair it if you're not good with soldering, because it's not an easy task. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching.